Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm Lori and I am glad you're here. If you're returning, thanks so much for being here. Today is my top 10 favorite fall palettes video. I love fall. This is my favorite season, and when I went back through all my old videos, I thought I had done my top 10 fall palettes. But I never have. I've done my top 10 fall lippies, and last year I created a fall themed palette using my single eyeshadows, but I've never pulled my top 10 favorite fall palettes, which blew my mind that I had never done that. So I have never named any of these as favorites for fall, but I have named others in my collection throughout the couple of years I've been on this platform as one of my favorite fall palettes. I have mentioned those before, so I did not pull those ones in because it is out there in the stratosphere that I do like these palettes. So let's go over my 10 favorite palettes for fall. These are not ranked. I did not rank them because I have not used any of these palettes a ton except for one. except for one. Faced Hot Buttered Rum palette. This was last year's mini holiday release, and I love this palette. This is newer to me. I got this in the past couple of months, and it's got browns, it's got this red, it's got this beautiful orange in here, and it has a copper, these beautiful champagne shimmer shades. Well, I think this is more like a white gold. But to me, this just screams fall. It truly screams fall. Just so beautiful and earthy, I guess you could say. So I really like this. I can't wait to play with it. And I'm sad I haven't had a chance to do so, but soon this will be on my eyes. The next one is newer to me as well, but I have worn it a couple of times, and that's Zoeva's Caramel Melange palette. Now, this looks like Hot Buttered Rum, just more pans of it. And you know, I didn't really notice that until I was looking at palettes for this video. It truly has a lot of the same shades. It doesn't have that white gold like I swatched, because these are mattes here and your shimmers are over here. You've got these 4 shimmers right here. So the shimmers are a little bit darker, but you have a larger variety of matte browns and this beautiful pop of orange, which is stunning, just stunning on the lid. I really like the looks that I've created with this palette. I love the formula of it, so I'm glad I picked it up. It really is really nice. The next one is for all of you who are cool tone lovers. I love cool tones, so it's hard for me not to pull in a cool tone, and that's my BH Cosmetics Lovin London palette. I had this in my Shop My Stash in my first round, and man, I fell in love with this palette. I had had this palette for a while and hadn't worn it ever, and then I pulled it into Shop My Stash, and holy smokes, I love the looks that I created with this. I love that it has all these earthy shades, but they're all cool toned. The formula on Lovin London's shadows are phenomenal, great. You know, sometimes BH Cosmetics can be a miss, but for the most part, their shadow formulas are really good, and this is definitely one of them that is a good hit. It is a beautiful formula, and this shade right here, what's it called? Palace. It's the one that has the most wear on it because, well, I like it. Isn't that beautiful? That beautiful silvery taupe. So it's a little earthy, but it has a little bit of coolness to it as well. So it's just really pretty. So that is Lovin London by BH Cosmetics. The next one is pretty darn new to my collection, and that is the Estate and Bailey Sarian Venice Fling palette. I got this from my Ipsy Glam Bag Plus, and wow, if this doesn't scream fall to you, I don't know what screams fall, because to me this is the perfect fall palette. It's got that pop of purple that I love in my fall looks. It's got these beautiful reds, orange, a coral, this yellow, and then all of these brown shades. Beautiful formula. I was very blown away how beautiful this formula was, how well it blended. I mean, it's a wonderful palette, and my guess is you can purchase this off of Estate Cosmetics, and while I've only used it once, which is when I did my Ipsy Get Ready With Me, I really like how these shadows perform. And it's just the perfect fall. You put a purple in a, in a warm toned earthy palette, you got me every time for fall. Every time. The next one was a gift from a friend of mine, and I love this palette. I can't open it, but I love this palette, and that's Juvia's Place Nubian 2 palette. Again, beautiful fall colors. You've got this gorgeous green here and this deeper blue, but you have this beautiful orange up here, and you've got this dark red, and you've got a couple of yellows in here. This is a yellow gold, and then you've got this yellow orange or orangey yellow, and then so I really like this. I think it is a great fall palette with those shades. I mean, look at this green here. This isn't even the green that pulled me in when I first saw it, but it's like this antique, gold. So it's gold. It has a green shift to that browny gold. I don't know if you guys, yeah, you can see it there. So yes, love this palette. Gorgeous. Formula is beautiful. Juvia's Place has beautiful formulas. I just have to remember to go in gentle. Otherwise, I can destroy a look in a heartbeat with Juvia's Place. This next one I picked up for a video earlier this year, and I was blown away by these eyeshadows. And this one I can't open either. This is Pacifica's Animal Magic palette. I have had Pacifica eyeshadows before, and I have not had the best success with some of their shadows. Now, some have been really good, but others have not. This one, every single shade in this palette is outstanding. And take away this blue right here, and that is a beautiful, beautiful fall palette. Now put that in, I mean, you could say it's still part of a fall palette, but that one throws me a little bit. But without that, you have all of these beautiful earthy tones going on in there. That green is gorgeous. I mean, that blue is beautiful as well, but you've got some purples, some different shades of purple. You've got like a burgundy, and then you've got this dusty purple. You've got an orange. You've got rust, ruby. Perfect, perfect fall palette. You have even this rose gold right here. I consider it to be a shimmer shade, but it's just so pretty. This next one I actually picked up up off of Amazon, and that is Sipsy Cosmetics palette. This is what the packaging looks like. They don't have a name, so it just looks like that. And then these are the beautiful warm tone eyeshadows that they have in here. This purple is absolutely stunning. You have, again, all these earthy shades with a pop of orange and that purple, which to me is a must in any fall eyeshadow palette. Will I knock it if it doesn't have it? No, but I like to have purple. Purple is just that icing on the cake. But you've got these reds. You've got this beautiful dark green right here. You have 5 mattes and the rest are shimmers, and these are really nice. They're nothing to sneeze at. I wasn't expecting a whole lot for, you know, the price point I paid on this, but I was really blown away by how nice this palette really was. I will have the link down below to all of these, but this one is probably the hardest one to find just because it's on Amazon and doesn't have a name other than the company. The most expensive palette I have in here is my Colored Rain Queen of Hearts palette. I love this palette. I love these shadows. I think that the formula on Colored Rain's eyeshadows is absolutely stunning. And these are so pigmented. Kind of like Juvia's Place, where I have ruined many a look just not being, you know, careful with how much product I picked up. So that's definitely something I have to pay attention to. Probably not others, but I definitely do. But you've got this burgundy, you've got this purple here that is so pretty. That's kind of, that has more purple than burgundy. And then you've got this beautiful red, you've got this yellow gold, oranges, all these browns. This shade right here is so pretty. It's more of a cool tone shade. It's Royal Highness. So that's Royal Highness. Isn't it just the prettiest shade? So out of all of them, this is probably my favorite palette. Color story wise, I just think it is a beautiful fall toned palette for me. This next one is newer to me, but I love this color story, and it's not my typical eyeshadow palette, nor would it be my typical fall palette, and that is Catrice's Orchid Dusk palette. I want to say this is like the Huda Beauty knockoff, maybe Natasha Denona. You know, I'm not quite sure what it's supposed to be duping. I would assume probably Huda Beauty's eyeshadow palette, which I don't know. But this has this bright pink in here, and it has more reds. It has this beautiful kind of pinky purple, no, reddish purple right here. But you've got rust, this rust shade, this antique gold, these browns. Look at that, like lilac shade. So this is a little bit different for me, not my typical go-to palette, definitely not my typical go-to for fall, but when I look at this, all I see is a ton of fall looks I can create with this palette. I just think it is really pretty. While I had other Catrice palettes in my collection, this one I like the formula of more than the other ones. Not that those ones are bad, I just really like the formula of this one. So this is Orchid Dusk by Catrice. And then the last one, when I was looking at it, I was like, no. But yeah, I stand firmly behind this as a fall palette, and that is the So Jaded palette by ColourPop. When you look at this, you've got all of these beautiful jewel tones in here, and again, if you remove just these two blues right here, you've got this beautiful fall palette. Even with those blues there, it's not bad, but without it, you've got this beautiful fall palette. These purples, those oranges, and that mustard yellow is gorgeous. You've got this olive green. You've got an olive green here. So you have, you know, some cool tones. You've got some warm tones. You definitely have jewel tones. But you have so many different colors that you can create different looks with, that you get these beautiful, beautiful fall looks. That you can get these beautiful fall looks. If you like glitter, you've got topaz here, which is this beautiful, beautiful coppery, like yellow green. I don't wear glitter, but I think it's a beautiful eyeshadow. I have created some beautiful fall looks using this palette, and I can't deny that it is a fall palette to me. It is anyways. So those are my top 10 fall palettes for fall this year. What are some of your go-to fall palettes for this season? I hope you enjoyed this. I hope maybe it inspired you to pull out a palette or two, or maybe you're interested in some of these. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. I would be interested to know if some of these actually made you go, oh, aha. That's it. Please take good care. Be safe, be smart, and I will talk to you on the next one. Bye.